Maybe you didn't know, but I don't get paid for this. Yeah, mostly because of copyright issues. Yay, YouTube. But you know what you can do to support me? Become a member on my YouTube channel. And when you do that, as a bonus, you get access to all my unedited music video reactions, movie reactions, and TV show reactions. That is, if I'm not too embarrassed to share them after filming them. Anyway, you'll see.
First and foremost, I want to react to a single that was released today, actually, if I'm not mistaken. It is a French song. Let me provide a bit of context for people to understand why I'm reacting to this. Where does that come from? So some of you might know that I worked at a record label a couple of years ago, and it's a record label that is located in the province of Quebec in Canada. I mean, it still is, but at the time I was working at a French label. So we did French music, and I met several contestants at the time, and artists. Well, actually, the record label that I was working with was associated to singing competitions on TV, like our local edition of The Voice. And so not only did the label have assigned to them many artists that I grew up listening to because my family would listen to their music. So it's all names that I was very familiar with. But also I got to go on set for The Voice and another singing competition called Star Academy. And I ended up, some of, especially the winners would be signed to the record label. And then I would work with them on social media stuff and the releases of their singles, music videos, and albums. And so the track that is presented today is a track by a label that is distributing through the label that I used to work at. It's a bit of a complex business relationship for those who are not familiar with the industry and how it works, but the record label is called Kanda, and they do collabs between their own artists called released under the name Kanda Gang. It's French music, and this specific track that we're going to listen to contains 4 different artists. One, her name is Anaïs. She participated in The Voice after I stopped working for the record label, so I'm not so familiar with her, but I know that she does R&B music, and this specific label, Kanda, focuses on R&B music for the French musical landscape. Papi J is an artist that I got to work with literally on his releases while I was working there. He's from Haitian roots. I don't know if he was born there or if he was born here, but he's either like first generation or he migrated himself. So there's like, it's very much R&B compa music. Then there's Anjeli, the Anjxlxe, which is basically Anjuli, but with the X's instead of the vowels that are usually found for Julie. She's actually a friend of mine. So basically, we worked together at a record label. That's how we met. She was a coordinator for the marketing team, and I was taking care of digital marketing, and we very much worked together on several projects. And last but not least, there's Corneille, who's a very well-known French singer across both Quebec and France, and even international. I think he has a following in Africa as well. So he's been a singer and an artist for a long time. I grew up listening to his music. And he's the actual owner of the record label of Kanda. So it's a collab between those 4 artists together called Raccourcis, which means 100 shortcuts. And it's allegedly, from what I saw on social media, about like how artists feel pressured to do social media to be able to grow their careers. And this track is really just about, doing it for the love of the music or something like that, which I'm going to discover as I listen to the lyrics. But Anyway, that's the context behind the song. Sorry, I went on for a little minute. But that's what you needed to know about why I'm reacting to this and my relationship to this project. And it's a couple people that I know personally. I know Corneille because he was signed to the music label and I got to work with them. I know Angelie from being my colleague literally at the record label, Papi J for being another artist who participated in The Voice, and then the record label that I worked at signed him afterwards. And I think he was passed over to Kanda Gang, or maybe he started with Kanda. But anyway, all this to say, we're listening to this track that just came out today. Ooh. Okay, there's no lyrics. But as you might see, I got a little upgrade to my lyrics thanks to a YouTube comment. Okay. Oh my god, I can't hear it. I like the vibes. Oh, I don't have the lyrics though. Okay. Okay, that's Corneille. Hey. Okay.
Et déjà trop loin, vois comment se lance. Mais le passé me rattrape toujours. Quoi que j'en fasse. L'intégrité, c'est un luxe des hommes qui ont déjà leur nom.
And they're kind of switching back and forth between the artists. So. Ooh. Yeah, this is Angelie, my friend. I've reacted to her album actually before on this channel. Papi J. Hey. I love this. Oh, there's so much soul to it. I like it. It feels so good to hear production like this. And I'll tell you why. A lot of the Quebec musical landscape is very singer-songwriter. It's folk, it's country, it's guitar-based. There is not a lot of like soul and R&B music in the French landscape, where there's starting to be more and more, but for many, many years, up until like maybe 2 years ago, there wasn't that much presence of it in the French music, and it's a sound that I like much more. It's really up my alley. So it's nice to hear soulful R&B tracks like that in French. And that's the entire purpose of this record label of Kanda. Now, content-wise, in terms of lyrics from the parts that I did grasp, You know, it was like, how many friends, how many followers do you have? I'm able to do it without all of that. It's all about, you know, the vibes. It's all about the music. And there's a part at the end where Papi J was like, do you like me? Do you like me? Because it's like kind of mocking this reality that artists are living in with that pressure to perform on social media. But it does feel like a group rather than a collab because of the way that they were switching back and forth. You were very right about this. And this is like a summer song with windows rolled down, driving type vibe. Absolutely. Absolutely. I loved this. That was, and if I may, in what I'd like to do very quickly, because I think it's a beautiful opportunity for me to showcase some of the artists that are present on the track. For those who are not familiar with them, I do want to show one song for at least 3 of the artists on the track, because I'm not as familiar with Anaïs, but I do want to talk about the other 3 that I'm very familiar with. So for example, I'm gonna look up Papi J, and one of the songs that I worked on, I believe I'm trying to, I mean, Debuya is probably, hold on. Well, Plan de Pluie was like a sampling of a song, just to give you an idea. Hold on, let me. Oh yeah, he got some plays. So this is a vibe, very compa oriented, very Caribbean sound. Let me quickly play. There's another track that I did work on. I think it's Taquier. Like, this is the vibes that you'd be getting if you're listening to his music. So highly recommend, especially if you're liking this sound. Then Corneille, my God, Corneille, I childhood memories. He started his career like 20 plus years ago. And so he's got some bangers. One of them being Parce qu'on vient de loin, which is like his first single, I think, that he performed. Back in 2002. 24 years ago. It's like, let me fast forward. The throwbacks and the nostalgia. It's like feel good nostalgia, you know? It's great music. Avec classe. Oh my God. Let me, I don't know. So this is more like the classics from back then. One of the albums that I worked on while I was at the record label was Anjxlxe, and has a couple of great tracks as well on it. Very much like the modern day R&B feel that we get. So one of the, I think Bon Voyage might be one to show. Let me fast forward. Or, oh, maybe Pose. Anyway, there's it's catchy, it's good music. Oh, that one, yeah. Hold on, let me fast forward. Sorry, I'm just enjoying the moment of that. I hadn't listened to this in a minute. Anyway.
D'être plus grand que je l'imaginais. Mets-moi sur pause.
Okay. Actually, great question that you're asking right now, because then we're transitioning to the music that my friend did. So I didn't work on that music per se, but these songs that I've been playing for Anjxlxe, this album, and Debuya, Papi J's album, I was doing digital marketing. So I was doing like ads on Facebook, Instagram, Google, YouTube videos, like the pre-roll videos that you see, TikTok. I was doing the ad buying to run the campaigns with the budgets that I was given. And I would organize the social media calendars with the artists to tell them, hey, you should be posting this content on this day. Don't forget to do this. Can you film that type of content? So very social media oriented, digital marketing, a little bit of website management, just a tiny bit. Yeah, content creation as well. It's one of, I really focused on content creation, and that was sort of like half my job, because the other half was also like shows and tours that I would do the same type of stuff for. So we had like, musicals that I did advertising for. If you're familiar with the movie The Bodyguard, that had Whitney Houston as a leading actress, we had an adaptation of this of that as a musical in Montreal in French, and so I did like all the ad buying online for it, help in terms of social media. So yeah, I did shows, I did music releases. It was quite the interesting job that I did. Yeah. Okay, and before we wrap this up, I want to talk briefly about my friend Angelie. I would not be able to not plug her in this conversation. Angelie, we're actually due to catch up very soon. We need to grab a drink or a coffee together, but she released her album. I reacted to her album when it came out last year, and just to give you a little bit of a snippet of her sound, one of my favorite songs from her, it's called Old School Love, and she blends like English and French together.
Give me that old school love. Give me that, give me that, give me that old school love. Regarde-moi dans les yeux.
And I'll let it play until the chorus. Right now I'm just enjoying the vibe.
J'aime me laisser désirer. C'est difficile à décoder.
Oh, let me,
Tu me fais de l'effet. Mais oui, je l'admets.
I like know the ad-libs by heart now.
Pour en faire, et dis-moi si t'es prêt for the best ride of your life. Tais-toi, embrasse-moi et emmène-moi près de l'océan. Y'a plus que toi et moi, et mon cœur qui va sentir les coups. Give me that, give me that, give me that, oh, old school love. Give me that, give me that, give me that old school love. Give me that, give me that,
Yeah.
old school love. Give me that, give me that, give me that old school love. Yeah.
There is so much talent in this country, in this province. So yeah, those are 3 of the 4 artists that we actually heard on the track that I reacted to at the beginning. I guess it was a kind of an opportunity to showcase a little bit of the artists from my hometown. Well, not hometown, but I guess home province. Yeah. So yeah, definitely feel good vibes. Absolutely. Oh wait, what language does she speak? I wasn't aware she used it in her music. French is a language that she spoke, which is my mother tongue as well. It's a predominant language in the province of Quebec in the country of Canada, for those who don't know. And so we're a big like French community, and there wasn't as much R&B in French music up until recently. So that's it. That was, I guess, my reaction, my very extended reaction to one single that just expanded into showcasing music.
Huh. You're still here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little surprised. I guess you're really, really patient. Or weird. I don't know which one I prefer. Anyway. Enjoy. Wow, I had such a great time reacting to this project. At least, I certainly hope I did. I wouldn't know. Be careful what you say in the comments. I'm known to be a little feisty over there. After all, I am an Aries. You've been warned. If you leave a mean comment on one of my videos, don't worry. I definitely won't be crying myself to sleep at 3 AM in the bed that you see behind me. I'm not even kidding. I got bullied way too much as a kid to even feel anything nowadays. If I misspoke during the video, I blame that on the fact that English is not my mother tongue. I've only spoken English since I was like 7. It's not my fault if my parents chose to teach me French first. You can't see it, but I am most definitely wearing pants. I just choose never to get up during my videos. Do you think I stole this concept from Sabrina Carpenter's Short and Sweet tour? Of course I didn't. I only sampled it, pitched it down, and filtered it to make it more my style. You know what? Careful, Ava Max. I am coming for your Sampling Queen title. Was that too much?